This week, we finally get a break from the rain and we almost can't believe what it feels like to see the sun again and watch things dry out a bit. It's such a relief. Inside the barn, the work is shifting from preparation to actually building up, and the systems we've put in place to manage the water are doing their job. Except for one weak point we've known about for a while, and it can't be ignored any longer. So with the sun back, at least for this week, Philippe is jumping on the chance to sort it out once and for all.
The box came out just perfect. In a sense, it's even a little bit better than the other one, except for the air bubbles inside. The good part is the barn didn't flood like 2 or 3 days ago, because I put a little bit of sand on the road to divert the water. I couldn't stop it from coming onto the driveway, but I could divert it away from the corner of the barn. And that has helped because there's no water coming in now. But it shows I will need a drain in here as well. There's no, should I do it or this or that? No, I just need one. I need to make a lot more concrete forms for what I want to do later on, because I need to fix something before I do more concrete. Between the mess, excuse the mess, some stuff still has to go up, but I don't always have the time to take care of it all. Okay, problem area that I've known since summer, to be honest, from the moment the trucks, the lorries came in with the stones. I saw what the ground was doing.
There was one pipe in that corner carrying water from the French drain and rainwater that sat above the sewage lines. That meant it wasn't deep enough for the heavy trucks passing over that spot, coming in load after load of stone to finish the driveway. On top of that, everything had been laid in freshly dug soil rather than compacted virgin soil. Then we had that extreme downpour at the end of summer, and the ground stayed wet and soggy. So when the trucks came through, their weight pushed the upper pipe out of place, shifting it sideways in the trench and breaking a T-connection. So if we want to fix this properly, there's only one real solution: everything needs to go deeper. All of these utility lines are linked, so you can't correct one weak point without redoing the whole section of the system around it.
So as you can see, the geotextile actually did its work to separate the layer, so I was able to scrape off most of the stones without it mixing with the layer underneath. Another mistake I made is filling this up with that clay. It feels solid. It was clean clay, so it's not hurting the pipes and it's keeping the pipes in place, especially here. No trucks drove here. But it also makes it not very impregnable towards rain. So that's why I want to make this one open like a huge giant drain. And my land slope's down anyways, so if it's under a slope, it will search its way over there. And it will stop a lot of the pressure against that wall. This is my drain. Look at the amount of water that drain is pushing away. So it got disconnected here with the trucks coming in, 30-40 tons pushing on this. So I'm gonna redo it. I can't put it any lower on this side, but I am gonna pour a concrete over it. Well, the drain works, that's for sure. So these pipes were actually deep enough to withstand the pressure of a truck going over, because these are undamaged. It was this one on top, this one going towards the drain. Number 4 is free. Oh, that's free. Oh, no. This is fine. If you're wondering, this is 1 meter deep. So that's not deep enough, then I don't know. And when the driveway is finished, it will be even deeper. But it needs to be, because I've seen it with the big trucks here. It's because they come down and then they hit the level and then they push. Further up, it's probably gonna do nothing, but here it was necessary.
Next up, Philippe picked up a whole bunch of larger pipes, 125 millimeters instead of 110. In France, 125 is the standard. So in the future, if we want to adapt something or add extra connections, it'll be much easier to find what we need. The 110 pipes we used here are not going to waste though. We're going to use them inside the old barn for the toilets and grey water, and we already have a lot of fittings and connectors for that size. The 125 pipe will be dedicated to the bigger flow, so rainwater coming from the future gutters, plus the water from the French drain on the north side of the barn. That same pipe will also run through the barn to the other side, so it can collect rainwater from there as well. On top of that, the drain inside the barn will connect to this line too, which means all of the water will be guided into one main route, while the rest will continue through the other pipes as planned.
with digging underneath these old walls. I do not like it, but it needs to be done. Especially this front wall, this is gonna stay. So I'm gonna underpin it in sections of 1 meter or maybe less and pour concrete. But it's not my favorite thing to do. The old ones, this one to the side here and the back, or partially the back, that's where I left a lot of soil, so it stays supported for now. But those two walls are coming down. They're just in a bad way. That concrete pipe that I wanted to leave in the beginning, I should have never done it. I should have broken it and put my pipe deeper. It doesn't matter. Now they will be 1 meter deep, so they will never move, and it gives me a lot more room because there's a lot of intersections that need to happen here. Hope you can see what I mean now. The grey pipe is my drain, and then you have that concrete pipe. There was an old drain that was in the corner here. Well, not a drain, it was just a surface water collection point. Which I wanted to keep a little bit because I filled it up with open rocks so it could infiltrate in there. But it is blocking my drainage. I can't go underneath because I'm then too low. That means I have to dig out 1,50 meters. That's just ridiculous. Then I can go to war. So the only way is to shoot it open and maybe leave a little dip in there. If there is water in that collection point making its way, which it shouldn't anymore once I'm finished with everything, but it can still make its way out. But in the future, all that near the house is going away. It's more out of fear that I'm trying to leave some things in place because of all that water issues we're having. But in the end, it will be totally gone and disconnected. So. Before I continue, I need to make something temporary so that pipe goes into that other pipe. Then I can cut it fully, do everything else, and then as last one, take that out again and connect it.
Philippe had to dig underneath the wall, and at one point he hit a large rock. It made us wonder if this wall, one of the original ones, might actually be built on solid rock. And honestly, it would explain a lot because this section is still in pretty good shape, apart from the upper part closer to the roof. We finally had a break in the rain, and Philippe wanted to make the most of the dry weather to fix these issues before the spring rains arrive. We really want to avoid another flooding of the driveway, the barn and the cellar, but this kind of heavy work takes its toll, especially when the whole family is sick, and Philippe is trying to push through while battling a fever.
Oh, I feel like absolute shit. Oh. I should get it a little bit lower, but there is a big rock there, so I have to take that into account. So I would love to go 10 centimeters deeper, but look how deep I'm already standing. And the pipes before were maybe half this, so, and they were not damaged. It was only the pipe on the above. But this is what I should have done, but I was focused on closing up this driveway and I wanted everything in, so. On this side will be rainwater, and on that side poop and grey water. Why? Because my septic tank is over there. This is 2 tons of sand now. That's 40 euros for sable de carrière. I do wonder how many loads I will need. comprends, petit chef.
C'est toi le chef. Moi je lance du sable. Ça c'est le genre de travail tout seul, c'est dur quand même.
Oh, ça va. Combien je le fais, voilà.
Ouais, oui, c'est vrai.
C'est plus chouette de le faire avec deux, que tu peux parler un petit peu, que tu peux
Ouais, ça passe
rire.
plus vite.
Voilà.
Et en plus tu fais des conneries.
Oui, voilà. C'est de l'eau de la robinet. Hein.
Ouais, ça marche.
Normalement, ici, c'est.
Merci beaucoup.
Il est douce.
Il est doux.
Il est doux.
Eh ben regarde.
Il est pas vraiment fort.
Non.
Il est doux de. Ah, mais
Après,
c'est
là, alors-
difficile à.
Là aussi, il faut le laisser s'ouvrir, normalement.
Ah oui,
Oui.
comme ça.
Tu vois, donc là, il faut le laisser respirer normalement, je sais pas, 20 minutes presque.
Oui, oui.
Et ouais, on va boire. Hein. Et du coup, à partir du moment où tu connais ça,
Oui.
les côtes du Roussillon, tu vas pouvoir regarder.
Ça, c'est bien.
Voilà, capitaine.
Ok. Merci Théo.
Bisous.
Ja, morgen daar. Sabel op zijn niveau. En een dag erachter. Als ik dan al daar kan beginnen afschaten en andere van blij hierin doen
Ja,
en
ja.
dan nieuwe gaan halen. Voor de uiteindelijke laag.
Ja.
Je ziet dat ja zo. Slopen.
Super, hè?
En dan die andere opkruisen morgen ook. Okay, so two brown ones, that's for sewage pipes. In the middle, I'm gonna put the water, and then on top of these two, I will put a red one. That's for electricity. So they have an idea what they can find in this 1 meter. So the moment they hit this with the excavator, and they pull up 3 different colors, they should know to be careful. Allee, wind. Ah, that's typical. The moment you start putting down plastic, that's when the wind begins. Always, always. You can have a day without wind and you put something down like this, you will have wind. This should be according to the rules, about 30 above the pipes. Okay, good morning. I'm actually surprised how well this sand compacts. It's like walking on a concrete pad. And I'm gonna bring the sand down here and see with what I have now how many meters I can lay into the yard already. If we start coupling everything and we do have some rain, it will at least go that way. Okay, so here we have my 3 conduits. Those are pipes that are ready to put electricity in, water or anything else that I still want to bring to the yard in the future. I don't know what we will do here, but it is possible. But what happens most of the times with these pipes is they get full of water, even when you close them off. Because what happens is they are open inside and you have warm air and cold air mixing inside these pipes, is condensing, and then they fill up with water. So it's not always water ingress from the water table, but a lot of the times it's just condense that makes them full of water. To avoid that, my slope goes a little bit like this. I want to put a T this on my rainwater pipe. When I do make a concrete box here, then I can connect the bottom of it directly to it. So if I get water ingress from the water table or condensation, everything inside here will always flush out that way. That's exactly what we want. So everything from here on, further up, is not what I'm redoing. That's what I'm adding now. So we're past the redo phase. This is what's left of that T-piece. So the truck pushed away the soil and that 2 pipes came up and that T-piece just burst into pieces.